All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your location. Do not forget that you are still on Let's Talk TV, and you know what we do here: give you all the updated news and informate as it dey happen. Now we are still on this issue. In fact, more truth is actually coming up, from the side of the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, not just the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, because from this broadcast, you will agree with me that this prophet, what is that his name, prophet something, this guy who is always dropping some controversial issues. He says something about Uchechi that nobody took notice of. In fact, I think people just looked at it as just mere talk, because that guy can actually, prophet master, he can actually be controversial at times. He said something very important that the prime minister actually shaded more light on. And looking at it, the big question is, why was Nnamdi Kanu actually in Kenya? This whole ordeal of Nnamdi Kanu being abducted in Kenya, the Kenyan government actually working, with the zoo government to bring down the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu. The question is, what was he doing in Kenya? And the truth is out. Now, the whole thing is becoming even clearer. And this brings me to the part of, a man marrying a bad wife. If you read the books of Proverbs, you will understand, how dangerous it is to marry a bad wife. It can destroy a man. And Nnamdi Kanu saw that very early. He saw that very early. And with the informations coming out, it is now clear that Nnamdi Kanu did not visit Kenya. Instead, he relocated to Kenya. And the reality is that there are evidences, showing this. Nnamdi Kanu was being, quiet about his moves. He was being very, very quiet about his moves because of who he is. But the reality is that those he surrounded himself with, who he felt, he was working with, were the people that sold him out, including his so-called wife, including his so-called wife, Uchechi. And everything is now becoming clearer. The puzzle, the pieces of the puzzles are coming together. And believe me, the more they come together, the more we realize who that lady is. I said I wasn't going to talk about this lady, but realistically, I just can't keep quiet about it, because more and more talks are coming up concerning the real person that Uchechi Okukano is. And now I'm beginning to agree that truly Uchechi and Nnamdi Kanu were not even, they were no longer together as husband and wife. And now I can proudly say, I think that woman was just an agent of the zoo government, an agent to bring down the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. It's that simple. It is that simple. I want to leave you with this real expose coming from the Prime Minister of the Biafran Republic government in exile, and he's telling Biafrans, be calm, be calm. More propagandas will come up, but do not lose focus of what you are doing. The major thing here is for the freedom of Biafra, and we are seeing a lot of progress on that. So on that note, I'm going to leave you with this real expose from the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Njoko.
Biafra defense has been very, very strong. We get has done tremendously very well, and I will invite the Minister of Defense have his 2 minutes briefing the cabinet. Thank you. Defense, you mute yourself. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, PM. So, Biafrans, so I greet all the cabinet members present. Just like the PM just said, the defense of Biafra land is very strong. Our men are very motivated. They know that what they're doing is that they're fighting for their freedom as well. So we're all fighting for freedom. So our people are doing very well, and we're supporting them. So that's very, very important. I will thank all the federal government administrators, how they are also lending hands to support our men on ground by providing some needed supplies when there's need for that. So that's why I don't want to go really deep into it. Because we're making very our men, like our Dragon Fighter Marines and our Black Marines, in the Peninsula, they're doing very well. We have some incidents, but we're still controlling the Abana. This regional headquarters in Abana. We're still controlling it partially, but we're fighting there. We're defending the area as well. And also on all departments, all the command fronts, and the Biafra land, in the mainland, we're doing very well. No, we have some challenges in Imo State, of course, but it's nothing that we cannot handle. So our men, our gallant men are doing everything, and they're winning. So we are winning. Biafrans are winning. So just to keep it there, all we need is support, more financial support, for. Thank you, PM. Let's leave it there.
Thank you very much, Defense Minister, for that update. And of course, we have years ago came that he was arrested in Norway, and of course, on that regard, we have been able, governing council to know exactly what is happening and what is going on. And of course, at this point, the information is still very limited, the information we are getting, but it is one of the things that everybody should understand, that it is normal in a struggle like this. You have ups and downs, and you very resilient and continue to push. And at the end of the day, the end will justify the means. So I will invite the Director General of the Foreign Affairs Department or Ministry of the Biafra, what we have gathered so far between the Ambazonians Alliance. Professor Joy Irobi, over to you. You have 2 minutes. Thank you.
Okay. Good evening, dear friends. So to go straight, so we I had a meeting with the Ambazonia team, and it was not well. They were a little bit unsure, and of course, it's very understandable. A lot of things are ongoing, but it's kind of kept quiet. So what is important is that they wanted us Biafrans to speak strongly and condemn what is ongoing. And that's what we're also doing, using the social media to really speak strongly against what is ongoing, and also basically looking at the relationship between the Cameroon BIA with Switzerland and the tight relationship between Switzerland and Norway. It's all political pressure. So basically, everything is under control. So we are very close and at standby, waiting for the Ambazonia team to give us some update on what they want us to do. But it's very good that the whole of Biafrans are basically standing strong and really condemning what is ongoing. So it's I believe that this is an opportunity for Dr. Cho to actually showcase why it's very important for Ambazonians to be free. So it might look very terrible or very difficult, but without this challenge, we're not going to be free. So we see it actually as a positive thing, and this is going to end well. I want to stop here now. Thank you, PM.
Thank you very much, the Director of Foreign Affairs, the Biafra Republic of Nigeria, Professor Robi, and of course, on the update from the last Nnamdi Kanu, we expected that what transpired in the last court should have happened a long time ago for the judge to step down because she can't convict Nnamdi Kanu. Also, with what we actually foresaw, we encouraged the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra to make sure that he was not tried in the last court. And that actually what happened. So if you have listened to many analyses, they have said that he was kind of making a lot of he took the show by himself in the court and didn't allow the lawyers to continue because it is not proper that you can't try a crime on top of a crime. So he actually took advantage of that, and that led to the judge from resigning from the case, which is what she should have done a very, very long time ago. And so we are expecting that there's going to be a change in this whole process. But remember that we're not expecting him to get justice in Nigeria court. That is impossible. And that's what we have been stressing from the one. Nnamdi Kanu can never get justice. You don't expect a government, there's a terrorist government that went as far as going to another country to kidnap somebody and to come and give that person a justice. It's not possible. So every reasonable person should know this. And I'm very, very happy that Nnamdi Kanu understands this very well, and the message gets to him very, very well. Today, we are also getting information that the terrorist DSS did not allow the lawyers to visit him. It is also not a surprise to us. But one thing I would like to say here today to the lawyers who are still seeing him is that, whenever I come to shout and cry like this, remember that there is something behind it. The problem Nnamdi Kanu have today is the ex-wife. She went to visit him, not because she want to do something. She want to know how he is doing. She want to know how healthy he is. She want to know everything surrounding him, how things are moving and how things are going. And she was very, very shocked that Nnamdi Kanu was sound, health, and healthy. So what did she do? She needed to come out and start causing confusion in order to escalate. When Nnamdi Kanu is already getting himself somehow, he wants to cause more confusion. So the more the limit, although she's not going to go there again for a very long time, but the more the limit anything, communication or contact with the woman, the better for Kanu in Kenya. And a lot of people do not know what happened. There are a lot of information some of us have that many people who are shouting out there on social media do not have. And I'm a prophet is making some kind of revelation, which a lot of people are taking as a joke because of the kind of person he is So a lot of people don't take what he's saying very seriously, but there are some things that he's saying that I personally know. And one of them is that Nnamdi Kanu relocated to Kenya. He has made this thing public, and nobody is actually interested in digging deeper. The reason he said Nnamdi relocated, he did not say he went to Kenya, he relocated to Kenya. And I am not surprised. He was also making comment that say anybody, any woman that is hitting the husband. Have you people listened to the latest video of Master Prophet? You know, he is the person he is. He's not, you are not supposed to take everything he says very seriously. But there are some certain things that he's saying that some of us, somebody like me, I know very well that it is the truth. He was making a video the other day and say a woman that is hitting the husband is not supposed to, be a wife. A woman that is chasing the husband out of the house is not supposed to be a woman. A woman that is holding the man in the shed is not so. So all these things, what he was saying is actually what this woman did to Nnamdi Kanu in their house. And he went further to say, because the woman feel that in Europe, a man cannot react. It means that this was what actually was going on in their house. Nnamdi Kanu had to leave the house. So if a woman who have done all these things to the husband, you think that that woman will want the best of the husband? The answer is no. So I want everybody to understand that many things that we know that many people don't know, it is still going to be in the public. But listen to what this Master Prophet is saying lately, not like when he was carrying baby and looking for Simon Èkpá to kill, all those ones are, now everybody's brain is coming back because they have done, and now it is time for people to, say the things the way it is. So if she can do all these things to Nnamdi Kanu, which many people don't know, up to the extent of, chasing him out of the house. And during the time of Nelly, a lot of things, a lot of information we have, or we are just holding on, to know how things will go. So there are a lot of things that is happening. Of course, Nnamdi Kanu is not in a position to make certain decisions because he doesn't know what is happening out there. So, but the lawyers now are the people I am talking to. And I know they're going to listen to this because everybody's waiting for this meeting. So I'm talking to the lawyers. The more they limit any access, any information, and let me also say it here. The only reason why she went to Abuja was because she's no longer getting information. Information is not coming from Ejimako. Information is not coming from the Maxwell. Information is not coming from the other Ejiofor, the other lawyer. So she was not getting information anymore, just like the criminals in the DOS. They're not getting information. So she needed to go to see things herself, to know the condition of Nnamdi Kanu. And when she went there, she saw of which Nnamdi Kanu cautioned her, warned her very well that if you attack Simon Èkpá, you'll be divorced openly. She came back and she ran mad. So what is happening now is that we don't need to, give credence to whatever that is happening. Biafra is not a family property. Anybody who is very competent and capable can fight for Biafra. That is what all of you who have gathered, sacrificed everything, your money, your time, your profession, and your everything you have, including your security, you put it into this struggle to see the kind of progress we have made today. Do not allow anybody to make you believe that the struggle for Biafra belongs to certain people. No. What we are doing today is we are giving our service, our promise. The promise I made to Nnamdi Kanu is that I'm not going to betray him. And as long as he have not betrayed Biafra, I will stand by him and for him till the end. That is my promise. And that promise is not just to him, that we are now globally, that we are now in the US Congress, that we are now in Washington, D.C., we are now in the discussion of the American policymakers what has never happened in the history of Biafra, including during the war. I want every one of you to understand that the progress we have made so far, we have not made, Biafra in the history have not made this progress, even during the Biafra war. So put that at the back of your mind. We are breaking the doors and the jinx that has held Biafra back for many decades. I remember all of you when I said that it is a step-by-step process. I told you that the time is coming when we are going to now focus on the diplomatic fight of Biafra liberation. That's where we are today. We have set every institution of the government. We have made sure that all mechanisms that we are supposed to have before we start going to the people to knock at the door of the people that will make Biafra to come and recognize Biafra, we have to put those mechanisms and everything in place. We have done that. We have achieved that. And so, which is the reason everybody is listening to us. When you want to go and they have to ask you, where is your map? What have you done? We have even gone as far as conducting self-referendum. The self-referendum have recorded success. It is not only that, we've been able to hold Nigeria in a very, very tight corner. For the past 3 years, the Biafra people have given vote of no confidence by every Monday sit at home to every representative of Nigeria in Biafra land. So we have been able to delegitimize Nigeria using multidimensional approach. So what I'm trying to say here is that do not let anybody Biafra for certain people. No, it is not. We are only here to make sure that the promise we made to our fellow human being and our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, that we did not break that promise. And we continue to stand on this promise till he comes out. And if he did not back down on Biafra, we will continue to stand on the promise. But the good news is that, like I said, he is going to be released in a very historic way. I want you to listen to what he said in the last court. He said the persecution of Ndigbo will end with him because he knows what is going on. He knows that the end has come. He knows that we are going to be the end of this whole thing. He knows freedom to our new generation, and that is where the whole persecution of Ndigbo ends. So if you understand that word very well, when I told you I am going to take word, I take word inside the heart of Nnamdi Kanu. That thing he said in court actually have, vindicated me, because it is in line with our thought. It is in line with everything we have said in this process of liberation. And of course, those who have been the criminals killing our people, he talked to them as well. You remember when our people were carried, when they pushed our commanders, in healers, and they would drive them across their land. Have killed babies, they have killed that. You remember how they have killed our people? So he was talking to the criminals who were making kidnappings and killing our people. You know that there is the one they call Madubugo, who was the commander of ESN. That one is gallivanting in Abuja. He lives in government house. So that one was part of the kidnapping ring of Ifanye Jofo. He was into kidnapping. He kidnapped the commissioner of the. I called the man's name. It is on social. It is on media. Nigerian news reported it. They swore oath with this man, and they were collecting 30 million. I have called on this man to come out and deny what I'm saying. If it is a lie. They swore oath. They kidnapped this man, give him oath in the bush, and release him after collecting ransom. This Madubugu. And today, with my exposition, maybe the man may have gotten his freedom of paying them 10 million every time. When Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped newly in 2021, this man was the one sponsoring them, sponsoring the J4, going to court in Abuja, just for formality. Every time that is caught, this man will give them 10 million, Madubugo. Madubugo will take cash and go to Abuja and give a job for 3 million. I have every information. So now, this man, I have challenged Soludo. Your commissioner was kidnapped. Can he come to tell Biafrans or Nigerians who believe in Nigeria, who kidnapped him, who gave him oath? I already told him that oath they gave you will never do anything to you. And of course, which I believe you have realized by now, because I don't believe he's still paying them after the exposition. So now, Nnamdi Kanu was talking to people kidnapping people in Biafra land. He's talking to them. Today, ask yourself, why is that Madubugo, who was this ESN commander, is no longer going to the court to kiss Nnamdi Kanu? That is the question that everybody should be asking. They were the one who goes to the court to kiss Nnamdi Kanu. Why is he no longer going to the court? He was talking to those criminals. But you know what they do? They say, oh, he was talking to Samuel Ekpa. What is Samuel Ekpa a kidnapper? I am fighting Nigeria government, Nigeria terrorist government, fighting the army who comes to kill our people, who killed the IPOB even when I was not in Biafra struggle. These are the people that our guns are against. And they know that very well. But because they have collected money thinking that will stop me, and they have not stopped me for the past 3 years. And here we are, you know, surging ahead into the declaration of independence state of Biafra, declaration and restoration of independence state of that Biafra, and all of them are running mad. So my people in the cabinet, I want every one of you to just beat your chest, shake yourself, clap for yourself, because you have done something nobody else have done in Biafra struggle. You have made a history that nobody else has made. Today, because of you, we have scattered the entire United States Congress, and everybody is now posing with Biafra Charter. They now come to understand what is Biafra. They are interested in to embrace our convention in Finland, and that is going to be another history from this 29th of November. Back to you. No matter the propaganda on social media, it is going to increase. Do not let them distract you. Be focused and focused and focused. Thank you very much. And what we are doing today is to, you know, make the government more stronger. Like the COS say, consolidate. I think I like that word, consolidate what we have. Is a very important one. We don't need to, you know, expanding our tent is a very good one, but we will focus more on consolidating what we have already after going. So today we are going to be moving a motion for the establishment of the Biafra. I'm moving a motion for the establishment of the Biafra Broadcasting Corporation. First, I think the motion should be the establishment of the Biafra Regulatory Authority. Biafra Regulatory Authority. Then after that, we go into the establishment of the Biafra Broadcasting Corporation. So I'm the European rep. We are going to go into voting for the establishment of the Biafra Regulatory Authority, Act 0 number 9, 2024, the act to establish the Biafra Regulatory Authority. This authority will be responsible for issuance of license to every business operating in Biafra land.
Yeah, PM is Biafra Communication Regulatory Authority.
Biafra Communication Regulatory Authority, all right.
Yeah. You're welcome.
But here it is Biafra Broadcasting Corporation.
Which is under the Biafra Communication Regulatory, yeah.
The link to vote will be posted to the government platform. Every one of you should go there, sign in, register your vote, and let's keep it rolling. Thank you.
Thank you, PM.